for my birthday. That's why I have this birthday girl pin on.
Yes, Leah's 8th birthday party was some pizza and cupcakes with friends.
And also sushi. It was a sushi pizza place.
It was, and sushi. There are sushi pizza places by us. And
I only ate sushi.
And then we took our friends across the street to the movie theater where we saw The Good Dinosaur. And
if he's a good dinosaur, he wouldn't be hammering you right now.
For the first second of this video, we're going to say we liked the movie. We recommend the movie, right?
Shouldn't be for younger viewers. One is a movie. And because Pixar movies can really get to you. Like, they're good at giving you lots of emotion. When it's happy, it's also a lot of sadness. But it's really good.
Yeah, and this one had a few more scary moments than most Pixar movies. Like, I don't think Toy Story was as scary as this movie, right?
Or Inside Out. Inside Out was sad, but not this sad.
Yeah, oh, and I also, before we kick out the people that haven't seen the movie, we want to say thank you to Just Play for sending us these amazing toys from the movie. They were perfect party favors at this size. This size was a perfect centerpiece to decorate the table. And now we're going to tell all of you who have not yet seen the movie to go away and watch another one of our videos. So, if you haven't seen it, here's your last chance.
Spoiler!
Spoiler. I think there's a lot to talk about with this movie, and I think that a lot of kids who have seen it may have questions about what they saw in the movie. And so I wanted to start a conversation with my own 2 girls, and then also invite all of you to join us in the comments to talk about what we saw in the movie.
Bush, Gopher, Spot, Arlo.
Yeah, they know. They saw the movie too. Hey guys! Here is part 2 of our video where we discuss the movie The Good Dinosaur in all of its details, including spoilers, so that we can talk about some of the tough issues that it brought up. So the first thing that, of course, it brought up, as many Disney movies do, man, Disney's a tough place to be a parent. Right? You start out in a movie, you're having a happy life, you're nice to your kids, and then
they're gone.
Gone.
Wait, not an Inside Out.
Not an Inside Out.
Actually, kind of. She ran away.
Well, she ran away, but the parents, never were gone. So how'd you guys feel about how they handled the death of Arlo's father?
I think Arlo handled it well.
I think that part of the movie was a good thing because some kids might need to know more about this, like losing a family member or something.
Yeah, I mean, and the father's last act on Earth was protecting his son, right?
Yeah.
He saw danger, and he didn't panic. The first thing he did as he saw the danger coming was get his child to safety. So that's some pretty impressive fathering.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for Arlo's dad, right? Thanks, Arlo's dad. The movie would have been really short if you hadn't done that.
But this is what I'm questioning. He had some time. He just looked at the wave. He didn't try to get up. Well, he tried to get up. He fell. I think he hurt himself or something.
Could be.
I cry a lot in Pixar movies.
Yeah.
They're very emotional.
Did you, Arlo?
No.
Met Spot for the first time when he was captured on the family farm, right? And he had the opportunity to smush him like a pumpkin, right? But he didn't.
Yeah. I got him to stand up.
To the disappointment of his father, right? His father was kind of mad at him for letting Spot go.
He yelled at him. And I think he shouldn't have done that. I think it was mean of his father. Because, Arlo's scared. And you should let him down easy if he's scared.
That's wrong.
But, Arlo's father was thinking about whether or not his family would be able to survive the winter because Spot kept taking all the food that they were working to collect on their farm. Right?
Yeah.
So that's a little confusing, I think, right? Because on one side, the father was trying to protect his family, but on the other side, Arlo just saw, an innocent, hungry little creature and felt sympathy for him, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, not exactly.
He was scared.
Yeah, Arlo didn't save Spot. First, he felt bad for Spot because Spot was having trouble breathing in the net. So he cut the net down and was trying to think, right?
Yeah.
But then he didn't really make the decision to save Spot, I think. I think what happened then is exactly what you said. He got scared.
Mm-hmm.
And so Spot ended up escaping while Arlo was confused about the situation.
Yeah.
Right?
And his father came along and said, "Oh, son, don't let him go. Now we're not going to have any safe for the winter."
It was scary, but it was emotional, and I think it was good.
It was
Relevant to the story.
It was scary to you?
Well, it
when he
wasn't
was in the-
scary, but it was like a very important moment to the movie.
Well, it's also, I think, confusing for kids because here's the first human character they're seeing, and the human is being put in jeopardy as if it's
Like a little chipmunk.
like a rodent or something.
Can we talk about favorite parts?
Okay.
My favorite part is so first Spot blows just one, then he blows, three stack up together, and then when he blows really hard, it's like raining gophers.
I liked it when Buck was hitting like baby Arnold in the butt with the stick.
No, his brother.
Yeah, Buck. That's his name. The brother's
I know,
name.
that's it.
Oh, but I use this, you're right.
This is Butch.
Oh, I reenacted the scene wrong. So you liked when the big brother was picking on the little brother?
Well, when he like
That was...
slapped him in the butt with the stick, and he slapped everyone in the butt with the stick.
It figures you'd like the part when the older sibling picks on the little siblings.
I said they were all
Older siblings
twins.
by
One was
5.
just smaller than the others.
Well, but
Technically.
the sister was born first. She came out of her egg first.
Oh yeah.
Right? But yeah, they were from the same group of eggs. So another thing that I thought was interesting. So the meteor doesn't hit the Earth. Okay? The dinosaurs have a couple extra million years to evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So the dinosaurs develop speech, right?
Yeah.
Okay? But multiple species all have the same language.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, like the
Like-
the Triceratops speak the same language as I think the Bronchiosaurus did.
Yeah, and the pterodactyls, that,
Yeah.
you know, even though they were like, you know, some of them were bad and some of them were good, they shared a common language. So how do you think they managed to work that out? Like, at some point, was there like a dinosaur convention where they all got together and like developed a language?
Or maybe they're like, nope, instead of eating dinosaurs, we're gonna eat critters now.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna eat gophers instead.
Yeah, I mean, there seemed to be some honor among them in that way, that the dinosaurs, right, who could all talk, even if they were carnivores, they focused on eating the non-talking species.
Yes.
So that was an ethical evolution. And then the other thing that I thought was really interesting, though, is that somebody at Pixar made the decision that humans, in the position of evolving next to dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So they came later,
Yeah.
right? Because, you know, when the meteor flew by, dinosaurs already existed, humans didn't. But then at some point, humans come to Earth, right? And they start evolving. But they started evolving like dogs.
Yeah, they acted like wolves or something, or dogs.
Right, which is
Weird.
why do you think they decided to make humans evolve along the lines of like a canine instead of along a line of
Monkey.
Because at those times they weren't really focusing on if you can trust someone. They were kind of desperate for food, so it might be kind of a similar story to dogs. How like they were desperate for food, so they trusted people then. And well, he didn't exactly, but I think they were just really like.
No, I mean he definitely seemed to seek out Arlo.
Yeah.
Like maybe that was sort of the intellectual evolution of people, is that they saw another creature. Like if we were on this earth and we saw a creature smarter than us, would we seek them out?
Yes. No.
Right?
Who has food and has like good stuff and.
Yeah,
And
and try and befriend them. like dogs have done with us, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I did
But-
this while you were talking.
But then my question is, if humans are equivalent to dogs in this story, right?
They're still more
They-
intelligent than the dogs.
Are they?
Because if you think about it, you remember he was trying to explain family to them, but then later on he started talking to him and he was like, I forgot what he said, and he understood. So
Oh, right, because he also took the sticks and made his own representation of his own family.
yeah, so he must have understood, like in some way, which dogs probably
Okay,
could not.
so he was ahead of dogs.
Yes.
Okay, well then that makes more sense because my question was going to be, you know, as humans with pet dogs, right? We would never like take our pet dog and be like, go be with this dog family, you know, right? The dog is a part of your family, and that would be cruel to the dog to be like, oh look, it's another dog. You'd be better off with that other dog.
Yeah.
Mama,
What?
Arlo's a great jewelry holder. You can put it on his nose. Good to know.
Good to know.
You can put it on his neck.
But yeah, so if that's the case, right? So humans, although dog-like, are more evolved than dogs in this movie. And Spot should have been with other people, given the opportunity. Then Arlo really did something unkind by his friend the first time they encountered.
Human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was afraid, and he didn't know what he was from, what he was. Like, he had never seen it before. He just went,
human-
"Ah!"
Spot did know what humans were, because you remember his family was knocked out. You remember his family died.
Yeah, no, he definitely recognized
Yeah.
and was curious. So Arlo, at that point in the story, was really being selfish again, right?
And he's like, I want my
Why is he
friends."
selfish?
Because he didn't want to be alone. So he took Spot and said, we've got to go back to my family, and took him away from the chance to meet that other human family, right?
Yeah.
The first time.
Yeah, he's like, there's no time. I have to get back to my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think that was true? Was there really no time? Or was he just afraid of losing his beloved pet?
He was
Pet.
afraid of using.
But then he figures it out, right? So he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And then sort of corrected them later.
He's sitting down like a
I like
baby
the
boo.
Well, another thing that I thought was interesting about the movie was the way they talk about what it means to be brave. I'm curious if you guys picked up on that too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up.
I picked it up.
You didn't pick it up?
I
Okay,
picked it up.
so 8-year-old doesn't pick up the subtlety of the discussion of bravery, but 10-year-old, what was your understanding of what they were trying to say about being brave?
Well, first, I think it was kind of like a misunderstanding of brave, like,
Well, like
when
Arlo misunderstood what it meant.
and like his dad was kind of confusing him in a way, because he's like, being brave,
Oh,
means
no.
you'll always be tough, you'll always be strong, you'll never feel fear. But then, like, when Butch came along, he said, like, you can be scared, but sometimes you gotta, like, fight back and you gotta be strong.
In the end, that's probably what his dad thought too. He just wasn't communicating it very well to
Yeah.
Arlo. But I liked that. I liked that as a message in a kid's movie, that it's normal and even good to feel fear, and that not feeling afraid isn't what makes you brave. What makes you feel brave is being scared but persevering anyway, still going, right?
Yeah, because he was like, were you scared? And he was like, well, of course I was scared. Like, who wouldn't be scared of a crocodile jumping up and biting you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But he didn't want to die, so he said, so you don't just take that fear, right?
Yeah, you conquer it. You don't exactly conquer it. He fought
You just
back.
keep fighting,
Yeah.
even though you're scared.
Yes.
I think I found a different lesson in while we're talking.
Okay.
I found out that everybody has a braveness, and I even saw in Arlo when he was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing something brave. Everything they do. Arlo was being trusting his dad. He knew he didn't know the plan. He's like, okay. He was scared of the night. He went.
Mhm.
That's showing bravery in a different way. That you have to have a good eye to see.
Mhm.
I think that was kind of forced bravery. He really wanted that mark.
But he can. I don't think it had to be forced because I know he wanted that mark and all, but I wouldn't care a mark or not. Because I think they were actually treating him very unfairly. Can I tell you why? Because everybody has a weakness, everybody has a strongness. Arlo's a strength. Arlo's weakness they found, but they haven't found his strength yet, and that was finding his own. His family was his strength. His family made him strong. They just couldn't see it. So I think that was unfair because he had his strength, and it was obvious to me, and they just weren't.
It was obvious to you before he took his journey what his strength was?
Yeah, because
How did you see it then?
I saw it because even though he was scared, he was doing what his dad said.
Yeah, he was very loyal to his family.
And that's a big strength. I'm not very listening to my mom. And that's not my strength, but I have other strengths. And they just didn't think about that in Arlo, and I feel bad for Arlo.
Yeah, they just sort of teased him for what they knew was his weakness, right?
Because they didn't have a good enough eye to see his strength.
One of them was hit at a storm just at different times. So there's Arlo and there was his father.
Mm-hmm.
Arlo survived, but somehow he died. But then him and this little boy went through the same exact situation and didn't die. Like, how does that work? A big grown man versus a little boy and a little dinosaur?
Well, I imagine they would say it was extremely good luck on the part of Arlo and Spot to have survived falling over a waterfall together. The other advantage that Arlo had that the father didn't is Spot had taught Arlo how to swim.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody maybe had ever shown the father how to swim.
That's true.
So that gave him a little bit of an advantage.
He was always like, avoid the river, avoid the river, avoid the river. So he probably never got a chance to even try.
So another moral of the story is learn to swim, because even if you try and avoid the river, you might end up in it.
I noticed since Spot looks like a dog and acts like a dog, I noticed he was doing the doggy battle.
Look at this.
He was doing
He was doing doggy
battle. Yeah, he was like
We'd love to hear your comments and continue talking about the movie in the comment section below.
I feel like in reality he wouldn't be wearing leaves around his waist, but luckily Pixar was smart and put some leaves around.
I also had to wonder what type of leaves those were that could survive him being nearly drowned and going over a waterfall. And he came out and his leaves were perfect.
They weren't even ripped a bit.
Those are some mighty, mighty leaves. Paws, what are they? Paws?
claws. I think they're claws.
Short, small claws.
Paws don't have
Paws and claws,
very
paws
long
and claws.
nails.
Give a big paws and claws up.
Thank you, Disney Pixar, for giving us a good movie to think about and talk about.
Also near my birthday.
And thank you for putting it near Leah's birthday so we could have her birthday party there.
Yeah!
Thanks for watching, and we hope you liked the movie as much as we did. Bye-bye.